kind.
You go to Nigeria, which is, if not the most corrupt nation in Africa, and it is, it could be the most corrupt nation in the world, Minister Farrakhan.
Oh, and now, Mr. Wallace.
It is the most corrupt nation that I have ever covered. I've been there 25 years ago, and I've been there as recently as last year.
Fine. So what? 35 years old. That's what that nation is. Now here's America, 226 years old. You love democracy, but there in Africa, you're trying to force these people into a system of government that you just have accepted. 30 years ago, black folk got the right to vote. You're not in any moral position to tell anybody how corrupt they are. You should be quiet and let those of us who know our people go there and help them get out of that condition. But America should keep her mouth shut wherever there's a corrupt regime, as much hell as America has raised on the earth. No, I will not allow America or you, Mr. Wallace, to condemn them as the most corrupt nation on earth when you have spilled the blood of human beings. Has Nigeria dropped an atomic bomb and killed people in Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Have they killed off millions of Native Americans? How dare you put yourself in that position as a moral judge? I think you should keep quiet, because with that much blood on America's hands, you have no right to speak. I will speak, because I don't have that blood on my hand. Yes, there's corruption there. Yes, there's mismanagement of resources. Yes, there is abuse. There's abuse in every nation on earth, including this one. So let's not play holy to moralize on them. Let's help them.
I'm not moralizing. I'm asking a question, and I got an answer.
Why would you put it as the most corrupt regime in the world? That doesn't make sense.
Can you think of one more corrupt?
Yeah, I'm living in one. I'm living in one. Yes, you've done a hell of a thing on this earth, so you should not be the one to talk. You should be quiet when it comes to moral condemnation, in my judgment.
Hi, Sahel here with another video. I think I've talked about this video, I've talked about this thing before. You know, I've talked about it many times before. But I just really, and I hate to just really do this, but I'm going to let the elephant out of the room. And this may be a long rant. This may be a long rant about this situation, And I just want to say, excuse me if I am ranting too long about the situation, but it's just, oh my God, it just never ceases to amaze me. That's the problem, it really does not cease to amaze me about these people. But I look at actions of people, and I look at historical context of people, That's what I look at. I look at the actions of a certain group of people, and I look at historical context when it comes to a group of people, When it comes to the Sahel and also the Senegambia, When it comes to the Senegambia, the Sahel, the havoc that people from America, France, Portugal, United Kingdom, Canada have wrecked is crazy, It's very crazy. I don't even know how to explain, I really can't start to explain. Yet, when we take it upon ourselves to choose people who haven't wreaked havoc or haven't done things that are egregious in the Sahel or Senegambia as a whole, you guys are pointing fingers. That's what I just really dislike, The disingenuous nature of these people, This is what I really don't like, and this is why I have a problem. It has nothing to do with the color or anything of their skin. It just has to do with their actions and their disingenuous nature. I'll give you an example right now, okay? I'll give you an example. I'll give you a prime example right now. So it appears that there was a ceasefire with the Houthis and the Americans. There appears that they had a ceasefire, okay? That's what they said, ceasefire. What did the Americans do? They said, okay, Saudi Arabia, this is where you come in. And Saudi Arabia proceeded to bomb Yemen, proceeded to shoot missiles at Yemen. You see how disingenuous this is, okay? You see how disingenuous this is. And the thing is I really wish they would stop saying things that are like trying to be morally correct, because the way I look at it, okay, this is the way I look at it with these people, okay? You guys should not even talk, okay? You guys are not even practicing Christianity, okay? If Jesus was here, he would not recognize you guys, okay? So I really wish you would stop trying to talk about Christianity when you yourself do not follow it at all, okay? This is the thing that really just boggles my mind. You talk about like people coming to your country, talk about people taking your jobs, you talk about this, that, and the fourth, and you're not talking about the cause of these things happening. Okay? You're not talking about the fact that your government and some people in outside of your government wanted to arm Libyan rebels to overthrow Gaddafi and turn it into the country it is right now, and turn it into a hub of human trafficking, a hub of illegal migration, a hub of weapons going down into the Sahel to armed militant groups. Okay? As a matter of fact, there was an American who fought besides the rebels. There was an American who fought besides the rebels that overthrew Gaddafi. May Allah have mercy on him. So you guys talk about these things, but you don't talk about the cause of these things. Okay? You talk about you talk about Nigeria, but you're not talking about Shell, what Shell did to Nigeria. You're not talking about who took out Murtada Mohammed for his financing of the Angolan Liberation Group, MPLA, which was fighting apartheid. You talk about all these things, but you're not talking about the cause of it. And one of the big elephants in the room is you talk about Haiti, but you're not talking about what your government did to Haiti, and you're not talking about what NGOs did to Haiti, and you're not talking about these quote-unquote Christian missionaries and what they did to Haiti. Okay? It really just boggles my mind. Okay? My thing is this: do you think we're stupid or something? This is what I'm wondering. Do you think we're stupid? Like, do you think that like we somehow like don't see what's going on? That's what I'm just really wondering and confused with. Okay? The other thing that boggles my mind, so much, you're so worried about other people's affairs and not straightening out your own affairs, okay? Not straightening out the fact that you guys are not having babies. Not straightening out the fact that the gender war in your country is pretty much having a lot of casualties, okay? And making people do egregious things in the gender war, especially among these teachers who are deciding that they want to go ahead and make play things out of their students. Okay. You guys don't address these issues, and I wonder why you're not addressing these issues. You talk to us about some kind of moral high ground, but you are not even taking care of what's in your own house. Okay? This is what really gets me upset. And a lot of this is coming from conversations on Instagram, okay, with these so-called Anglo-nationalists who are quote unquote against multiculturalism, but you guys are you guys are the cause of that. Okay, you guys are the cause of what you don't like. All right. I guarantee you, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this once. I guarantee you, if the African descended people in America got together, had a positive, like let's just say they had a positive movement that led to the creation of jobs for them, that led to the cancellation of YN culture, that led to the cancellation of 304 culture, that led to the cancellation of the gender war. Y'all will be the same ones at their doorstep trying to keep that from happening. Okay. You guys, the biggest hypocrisy of you guys is you guys talk about trad wife this, trad wife that, traditionalism, but y'all don't even want that. Y'all men there especially don't want that. Okay? Y'all, especially the Anglo one, does not want that, because traditionalism includes patriarchy, okay? And you guys seem to be afraid of it, okay? It really seems like you guys seem to be afraid of that thing. You seem to be afraid to offend people, okay? So when you talk about and point fingers at a country like Russia or North Korea or Venezuela or Cuba or something like that, you should be pointing 100 fingers at yourself. Okay, you guys try to cause a famine in Cuba by blowing up their crops. You guys were planning on blowing up Target in Cuba. Hence why they hence why they decided, okay, we need to get some damn nuclear weapons over here. Okay. And I'm going to add one more thing. No country in history is perfect. We know that. But for you to like criticize Sahel for their partners they're choosing, and for their relationship with the partners they have based on the historical basis and based on the actions of those partners, you really have no leg to stand on. You're as useless as a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest when it comes to this matter. Okay? Yeah, for example, Saudi Arabia, yes, it did bad things. It has human rights violations, yes, but you guys still support them, okay? Saudi Arabia took land from Yemen, okay? You guys still support them though. UAE. Originally, UAE was not supposed to be UAE. UAE was supposed to be Oman. That's what UAE was supposed to be. UAE was originally a part of Oman. You still support them, yet they're the reason why this RSF thing is still going in Sudan. Their drones, their weapons are the reason why our RSF is still going. Okay. You support them, and you have the audacity to talk about the audacity to talk about violations when you guys are the king of violations. Every day I pray against you. Okay? Just know that. Every single day I pray against you. Every single day. And I'll continue to do so. But that's just my thoughts, my rant. Foolish signing out, Sahel signing out, and Jarama.